So, to be honest, I think that Nigeria needs to slow down a little bit and let us win. Please, Lokman Osimhen, give us a chance. Let us, we are doing organizing, investing a lot in this, so let us just win it, and we'll let you win, in 2028. You have a huge and great generation, so please let this one is for us, please.
That's the prediction of Ahmed Sultan, the Moroccan celebrity, at the Afrima Awards. And most certainly, we'll be giving our own prediction of the game between the Atlas Lions of Morocco and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's a semi-final of the Africa Cup of Nations going down in Rabat on Wednesday. Here's our preview of the game. My name remains Ayomide Daniels. I bid you welcome to the Nutmeg. Right, it's great to be back ahead of the semi-final encounter between the Atlas Lions of Morocco and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I'm joined as usual by Kay and Hogan. Great to have you guys on the show, and it's great tidings for the Nigerian football community because the Super Eagles of Nigeria are in the semi-finals after that emphatic victory against the Desert Foxes of Algeria. I think we need to take reactions to that game first. Hogan, how did you see it?
Definitely, that was a beautiful game, and well, I was expecting that it was going to be a difficult one, though it was in the first half of the game. But in the second half, I believe that Shell was able to communicate his the style of play and everything to the players, and they were able to bring it out. 2 goals, and that was a beautiful one.
Absolutely was, and Victor Osimhen was at the heart of everything good. The first goal, the lovely cross by Bruno Onyemachi, and then the tact that he deployed to, of course, deceive the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper thought he was going for power in that header, but then he went for placement. And the second goal as well, Iwobi. We've seen him play beautiful ball in this tournament. The line-breaking pass, Osimhen, that bit of trickery to set up Akko Adams as well. Akko Adams also deserves a lot of credit. I think the players are enjoying their football, okay?
Yeah, I saw it coming. I was so confident that...
Oh yes, certainly you did.
We're going to nail that, and most important, like I said, this particular Super Eagles we have at a time like this, I think Eric Chell deserves a lot of credit. He's come in and change a lot of things about the Super Eagles. We are playing with so much of authority on the field of play, and we are exerting force even on the opponent. So I love the urgency in the play. I love the way we, the tactical awareness. You helping your team out when you lose ball, you get close ball and all that. So what we are seeing now is a resurgence. Like I said, we missed the World Cup. This is another chance to make our fans smile again.
Now, Hogan, the Super Eagles are playing with so much swagger. Absolutely. Eric Chell will have to take a lot of credit for that.
Definitely.
But as much as we'll credit him, let's not forget this is Morocco. This is the semi-final. Morocco have the advantage of the fans behind them in Rabat. How do we go about, doing the impossible? Let me put it that way, because against the fans, against the quality of players that Morocco also possess, make no mistake, Brahim Diaz, Ayoub El Kabi scoring some sensational goals at the start of the tournament as well. We also have the likes of Ashraf Hakimi, who's the reigning African Player of the Year as well. How do you go about stifling what they can do and also taking the threat to them, especially with the advantage of the fans behind the Moroccans?
Already, Nigeria Super Eagles is a threat to any team they face.
I won't disagree. Yeah.
Because we have been the best team so far.
14 goals scored in the group phase.
Exactly.
The most, yes.
Yeah. So definitely, we know they have the advantage of the fans. They have the advantage of the pitch. They are the one hosting. I think someone was cracking a joke before the show started that we are not playing 11 against 11. It is 11 against 15.
Absolutely. I wouldn't disagree.
The player in the middle,
yeah.
The ref, the assistant ref, the fourth official, and VR itself. However, I would say that what we have been doing, we should continue doing it, which is what? Put your head in the game.
That's it.
Every single player has to put their head in the game. In the last game against Algeria, every single player, in short, that was the best time I've seen our left back and our right back play fantastically well.
Yes.
Samia Jayi and Brown Oyemachi.
Bright Osai Samuel, Bruno Oyemachi.
They were there. They were just very disciplined, putting their hands in the game, doing the right thing. It's a teamwork. don't forget, nobody is coming here to make the shine. Just play together and let's lift the glory together. That is what they need to do.
Okay, Kay, I'll come back to you now. Hogan says that he thinks we need to keep doing what we're doing. I quite agree with that. But, you know, in terms of doing what we're doing, let's not forget, we've not met a player like Brahim Diaz in this. He's been sensational. He's a threat. Why is he a threat? He's made history in this tournament. He scored 5 goals in 5 games so far. And you look in the history books, only one person, I think that's Osei Kofi, a Ghanaian, has done that before. So he equaled Osei Kofi's record. Diaz obviously is a huge candidate alongside Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen to be player of the tournament. How do you go about stopping the quality of Brahim Diaz? Because yes, we are doing things and we should continue doing them, but then you have to also pay attention to the brilliance of Brahim Diaz and the supporting cast that he has.
Yeah, I think we cannot take out the fact that Brahim Diaz is a very good player, you know, and very technically gifted and all that. But then, like I said, I think this particular team we have, I don't see them being so threatened by a particular. Yeah, fine. You need to be watchful, just like we were of, you know, wary of what Riyad Mahrez could do, you know, at the time. But if you look at the game, it was completely shut out. How do you do that? By being solidify the defense.
Now you talk about shutting out Riyad Mahrez.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, Wilfred Ndidi was quite influential in that.
Yeah, of course.
Wilfred Ndidi won't be playing.
Well,
how do you go about? I know Rafael Oyedika is a brilliant player as well, but
I'm telling you that as a team, these particular Super Eagles are good to go. Now, I am very confident that whatever the Moroccans are throwing at us, we can sop it up, we can soak this thing up, and what we just have to do is, we must not take too much of the attack. As we've been doing it, we've been the best attack. Keep attacking.
Yeah.
These days, it's the goals that win the games in Serbia.
Truly.
So if they are scoring one,
at least that's what Egypt will tell you against Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah. AY, I must say that one thing that this squad has successfully done, or let's say Erichel has successfully done, is that he has made sure that the team is not centered on one person.
Anyone
Truly.
That's the reason why,
like in the last game, Ademola Lookman was not
there.
He was not on the score sheet. He didn't create an assist.
So he's there. Now, if you look at it, we had during the group stage, we won our first 2 games, and in the third game, the final game, it was able
completely
to
new team,
and they played the same thing. We could see what we saw in the first team.
The mentality,
we saw it in the second team.
I think Erichel deserves a lot of credit for that.
So we just need to, like I said, whichever player is using that is coming to play, all they need to do is to what? Remember the game plan and be disciplined about it.
Absolutely.
No, it is not a one-man show. It is a teamwork.
Work for the team.
And that's all.
We are good to go.
All right, guys. Kay and Hogan, do not think this is mission impossible. But again, the numbers matter. Absolutely. So your predictions count. Kay, what do you see happening in this one?
I'm very comfortable. A 2-0 or 3-1 win.
You think Morocco will not score 2-0?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, now, just before we also leave, let's also remember that head-to-head wise, in semi-finals, Morocco has not scored in their last 2-3 semi-finals.
Interesting fact. Interesting. How do you think that will factor or translate into the game?
Yes, you said Brahim Diaz is one of the threats that we have. But
there's no more dangerous threat in this competition.
However, he has not faced Kevin Bassey.
He hasn't.
Calvin Bassey.
Yes. Yeah, every other players that we have, you know. So I will say that it's going to be a comfortable win for Nigeria Super Eagles, but I'll still go with a 3-1.
3-1 it is then. Of course, not mission impossible. 3-1, 2-0 predictions from Kay and Hogan. You tell us your own predictions in the comment section right there on YouTube. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Guardian Nigeria, to get all the latest, of course, on sports on the Nutmeg and also premium news content here in Guardian Nigeria. Tap the notification bells also to get our latest content as well. On social media, we're at Guardian Nigeria across all platforms. You can follow, of course, to get minute by minute, hour by hour updates right on our every channel. Thank you very much, guys. And of course, it's been an awesome time with you.
Always a pleasure.
And of course, we'll look forward to the next one. My name remains Ayomide Daniels. Until then, I'll see you. Bye.
Nigeria for the win.